freedom rally in Beverly Hills for Stop the Steal. And I'm here with Molly, Pat, and Larry, who I actually ran into randomly on the street on Sunset Boulevard day before Thanksgiving. So I wanted to ask you guys, why are you still out here supporting our president?
Because we feel it's really important that people stand up for a fair and honest election, and we don't let the cheaters get their way. They can't prevail. The righteousness of the vote, the people who made the effort to vote, needs to be honored. And you can't just throw it away and give it to the cheaters. You can't let them win.
Al Gore got his 37 days. President Trump deserves at least that for it to go through the court system, and we'll find out what the courts have to say about this. That's how our system works here in the United States of America.
And quite frankly, it's outrageous, the stuff that's coming out. Every day there's more stuff, and our republic's at stake. And I've heard people say Trump could run again in 2024. No, it's now or never. If we don't prevail over the cheating and the fraud, we will never have another fair and free election in this country that represents the people.
So what do you think about all this amazing evidence that they presented at the public hearing the day before Thanksgiving, and how Montreano was just hell-bent to prove it and was all about God and country and backing our president?
Yes.
And then to see that they threw it out, not him, but they threw it out on Friday, and now Montreano's like, oh no, me and 25 other Republicans are going to stop this certification and fight this. What do you think about that?
I think, I was telling my husband that I feel like these brave lawyers and politicians that are fighting it remind me of our founding fathers going up against Great Britain. It takes a lot of courage because they're getting a lot of threats against their lives and their families' lives. And I'm so grateful they're willing to do it. We've been sending donations to help them fight the fight. Sidney Powell is a rock star. We have their backs. Keep fighting.
Yeah.
We'll keep supporting.
There's a line in the movie Moneyball when he's interviewing with the owner of the Boston Red Sox, and he says, the first one through the brick wall gets bloodied. And that's what's happening now. We're going through the brick wall, which is Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, where I'm from. There's another semi-revolution going on. They're going through the brick wall. They're going to get bloodied, but eventually they're going to prevail.
And then it'll make it easier for other states to do the right thing. The first one to do it, it's hard. There's a lot of resistance. But once the first one goes, it's easier for the other ones to stand up and say, yes, we had the same fraud. I mean, we're hearing that they got ballots from China, a bunch of blank ballots for the national election. It's just outrageous.
But that's what the court system's for. We're going to find out what's truthful, what's not. And it's going to go through the court system, and we'll find out. We're going to find out.
So do you still have faith in the voting, or is this just rocked your core to where you're like, has any election we ever had been truly our voice? Or was it stolen?
Well, my personal opinion is that if we do not get rid of these voting machines, then we will not have legitimate elections going forward. What we need to move towards is all paper ballots counted in the public. We need to have a national holiday for voting so everyone has the opportunity to vote, and they need to be counted in the public. Voting machines equal voting fraud.
And we need voter ID, which the Democrats are hell-bent against fighting every opportunity they can get.
People have to have an ID for everything in this country. To drive, to get public assistance.
Last I checked, you need an ID to get a library card.
Yes.
You just don't hand them
You
out
have to
to
show
anybody.
your
But as
address.
we found with, we had like all these rules and laws about, voter IDs, and people's vote were converted, as we're going to find out.
Yep.
as they litigate, this election fraud.
Another item we just saw too that was getting posted is during the election, they saw showing the votes suddenly disappear from Trump's count and go into Biden's right there on TV.
You don't need to
Outrageous.
program a paper ballot,
Yeah, exactly.
100%.
and it needs to be counted in the public.
Yeah, no
Out in the
hiding
open.
behind.
Out in the open, they should not be putting cardboard blockers in the windows so people can't peer in. That's what banana republics do. That's what third world countries do.
Yeah.
We are not that.
Yeah. So this is
Shouldn't be.
about saving our republic. It's actually much more than just about Trump. It's about saving our republic.
Yeah, it's about the office. I mean, even if Trump does prevail, he's going to be gone, and then there's going to be another election. And
That's
if,
right.
if these things don't change, we'll have less and less legitimacy, and more people are going to be like us out in the streets.
Yep. That's it.
Thank you.
Protesting.
Thank you so much, you guys. Thanks for
Thanks,
Thank
Michelle.
you.
standing up
Michelle.
for democracy and our president.
It's our
Thank
civic
you.
duty. Thank
Go
you.
Thank
Trump.
you.